My mum passed away this year in January. I knew she was going to die, but it was a total shock to me.
We're accessing emotions and feelings that we've never even experienced before in our lives.
I didn't react in a way that I expected I would react.
Sometimes we can feel a little bit uncomfortable about asking for help.
You're within a group of people that care and will look out for you.
You can't lose by being involved in something like this. My name is Simon and I work for Crew's Bereavement Support. We are a bereavement organisation that supports people, adults and children and young people who have experienced bereavement in their lives.
I'm Steve Kaywood. I am a shed head at Broadstairs Town Shed, which is basically a supervisor for everything that happens in the day-to-day running of the shed and the people that are involved in the shed. My mum passed away this year in January. I have no siblings or anything. I have a partner who's extremely busy, so there wasn't many people to actually talk to, especially as I was travelling daily to Ashford Hospital from here. I managed to get her home and she lasted 6 more days. And she died in the middle of the night, which was a total shock to me. I knew she was going to die, but it was a total shock to me. I didn't react in a way that I expected I would react. When my father died, I was quite emotional. But when my mum died, I wasn't. And I felt guilty about that, still do feel guilty about that.
Because grief can be so complicated and so difficult, sometimes we're accessing emotions and feelings that we've perhaps never even experienced before in our lives. So having something like the sheds around, having that sense of warmth and compassion, it can really, really help us to feel that we can open up and talk in our own ways.
All my friends in the shed, and that helped, where they said, look, you know, you couldn't have done any more for your mum than you did. You was always there, you did everything. You know, you can't berate yourself. And I still haven't brought that emotion out as maybe, I don't know, is it how people expect you to behave or not? Should I burst into tears over it? Should I feel more guilty over it or not feel guilty? Everybody tells me I shouldn't feel guilty.
One of the things that's really worth perhaps remembering around grief is that it is very unique and it's very individual. So everybody's individual case is very personal to them, but there are certainly common factors. So when you are with people, in particular something like the sheds, you can share some of those common factors, and that can help you to work through maybe some of those difficult feelings that you've got. Maybe it can even just help you to understand your own process a little bit better.
We've had people join the shed through bereavement. Guys come in on Zimmer frames that can't walk, won't walk, and within 2 weeks in the shed, they're standing on their own at a workbench, making something. And not only are they like 5-year-olds again, so are their families, because they've got a new person back.
Sometimes we can feel a little bit uncomfortable about asking for help. You know, there's perhaps a little bit of a sense that I can do this on my own. You know, I can cope with this.
The hardest thing for anybody at first, especially as they're on their own or they're coming here alone, that's your worst hurdle you can have, is thinking what's going to happen, and nothing but good will happen, really.
A safe space within the sheds and within Crews as well, within the support that we offer, is really, really important, because it becomes non-judgmental. And we don't necessarily want to be told what to do or when to do it or by whom. Sheds offers that space for anybody to come into.
It doesn't matter if you want to do woodwork or you don't want to do woodwork, or you just want to sit and drink tea, you can do that. But you're then within a group of people that care and will look out for you. And I think it's not something that we push to do, it's a natural thing. There are guys and ladies that are just naturally caring.
The work that men's sheds do is really, really valuable in being able to provide that safe space for groups of people to be able to come together.
Try and get yourself over that first hurdle and go and visit a shed and see what it's about. Every shed's got something different to give.
You can't lose. You can't lose by being involved in something like this, because it's just such a warm and wonderful place to be, and you'll get what you want from it in your own way by working that out yourself.